All right, we are going to take this toward 8 angle today, which means this is definitely going to be a hip opening flow. Working a lot to the inner thighs, definitely get to the hamstrings quite a bit as well. And if you don't remember 8 angle or Astavakrasana, we'll get to that pose at the very end of the class. I'll go through a long, detailed demonstration once we do get to that point. But all that said, we're going to be working toward that all the way through. I have one demonstration before we begin. So once we get into the main part of the flow, every sequence will bring you to the front of the mat at the very end. And as usual here, we're going to take this into crow first. And we're just going to hold that for a couple breaths, at least come into the setup of the pose. And then from there, we're going to switch this out and take this toward flying lizard to get into the inner thighs and to work the hips before we get to angle at the very end. So the way we're going to take this here, and I do want you to come into the setup of the poses. You don't have to actually balance them. You don't have to lift both feet up off the floor. But take some weight onto your hands and just feel this out. So initially, you're going to be at a forward fold at the front of the mat, both hands down. Dig your fingertips into the floor, grip your mat, lift your heels, bring the knees to touch your arms, and then just look forward, start to lean. To balance this, lift the feet together, bring the toes to touch, pull the heels in close. And again, we're just going to hold this for a breath or two. You'll bring your feet down, and then we'll switch this out for the flying lizard setup, which is almost crow. The crucial difference here is instead of coming into your full crow, what you're going to do is you're going to wrap one of your legs around one of your arms. So I'm going to bring my left leg around my left arm, left foot between my hands from the front, the right knee touches my right arm from behind. And then before you do anything else, lift the front foot. And now once you lift that foot, squeeze the arm that the leg's wrapping around. It's the whole purpose of coming into this pose, and this is what you want to get. It's not going to be especially comfortable if your hips are tight, but work this as best you can. You can just sink your weight into that side if you like, and just hold here. Now if you're going to balance it, look forward and lean, just like crow to lift the back foot. And you can just hold like this. And it's an awkward pose, all right? This isn't going to feel great, especially if your hips are tight, but it does help to open up the inner thigh with that front wrapped leg. Now, if you want to take things further, because there's always somewhere else to go, you can extend the back leg all the way back. Just keep your lifted elbow pulled into your side. And then to move through the vinyasa, you kind of just got to set everything down, step back to plank, and then move through the transition from there. Now, it is possible. You could pull the back leg in, unwrap the front leg, bring this up to crow, and hop it back to chaturanga. That is a real pain in the ass, actually, all right? It's a very hard transition to get yourself into, and I've only been able to do this consistently for maybe the past 3 years or so myself. However, if you want something to work toward, it's right there for you. You can work it as best you can and see how far you want to take things. And if nothing else, if you're tired at that point, just set your feet down, walk it back to plank, move through the transition from there. But just keep that in mind, and let's go ahead and get this started. So bring yourself down to your back. And once you're down, let's go ahead and set this up in Supta Baddha Konasana. So that's going to be soles, feet together, knees out wide. And how you set this up exactly is going to depend on you. Now, if your hips are tight, the way most people are, knees more than a couple inches above the floor, I'm going to recommend you slide your feet away from you, make a longer diamond shape with your legs. And if on the other side you're pretty open, the knees are almost down all the way. I have no idea how that feels, but you could pull the heels up closer to your seat if you like. But wherever you settle in, let your hips just relax. Let your knees just settle down toward the floor. Let your low back take its natural arch. And if you got tighter hips, I recommend just resting your hands on your inner thighs. You're not really pressing down, but you're trying to just let the knees settle down a little bit further. Now, if you prefer, you can always have your arms out at your sides, palms open toward the ceiling. But whatever you choose, let your shoulders sink down toward the floor. Let your chest open up. And then just close your eyes. So just give yourself a moment to settle in like this. Let your mind quiet down. And just start to deepen your breathing here. So with the inhales, pull in as much as you can. Fill up your lungs. Hold on to all that breath at the top. When you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe. And just keep breathing like this to begin. Now when you're ready, you take a deep inhale. When you exhale, just open your eyes. And then just go slow. With an inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And then with the exhale, just reach the arms forward, stretching your fingers toward your feet. Inhale, reach this out long. Exhale, arms forward again. Inhale, reach this out long. Exhale, arms forward. Inhale, reach this out long. And then with the exhale, stretch the arms forward and curl up as well. Lift your head, lift your shoulders, stay lifted here for a moment. Belly pulled in, low back down, look forward. And see about pulling the heels in a little bit closer. Try to keep your low back down. We're going to go back and forth from here. So with your next inhale, roll this out. Exhale, curl forward again. Inhale, roll out long. Exhale, curl forward. Inhale, roll this out. And then with the exhale, curl and reach to the right. Inhale, roll out long. Exhale, curl to your left side. Inhale, roll this out. Exhale, curl right again. Inhale, roll out long. With the exhale, curl left. Inhale, roll this out. Exhale, curl to your right side. Inhale, roll out long. Exhale, curl left one more time. Now inhale, roll this out. And with the exhale this time, just curl forward and hold. Belly pulled in, low back down, look forward. Try to lift up a little bit higher. And then take hold of your knees, pull them into your chest, relax your head down. Squeeze everything down for a moment. And then take an inhale. And with the exhale, keep the knees close like this, but release your grip. Bring the arms down to your sides, palms to the floor. Arms about 45 degrees away from your body, more or less. And then extend your feet straight up. Now, as your legs go high, straighten out as best you can. Point the toes, reach to your feet, tense up the thighs, lock the knees. And if your legs are tight and you can't quite straighten all the way, just straighten as much as you can. Keep the ankles stacked over your hips. Now, keep your shoulders on the floor, keep your low back down. And then start to scissor your legs side to side. Reverse the cross as you take it back and forth. Reach to the big toes and just keep moving. Now just use this movement here to warm up your inner thighs, start to open up your hips. You can keep it moving through a narrow range or go out wider. But try to speed this up, keep reaching through the toes, and just keep the motion smooth and take it back and forth. And then go ahead, slow it back down. Come back to center, both legs to vertical side by side. We're going to work a twist from here. So keep the right leg extended, bring your left foot down to the floor. And then from here, reach your right foot over the left as far as you can go, but keep the right shoulder pressing down. And then come back up the vertical with that right leg. Again, extend your right leg over the left, just let your body twist. And then come back up to center. One more time, right leg over the left side. Now bring that leg as far left as you can without setting the foot on the floor. Keep your right shoulder pressing down. And then come back up to center one more time. Now switch it out, right foot to the floor. Extend the left leg up, reach to your big toe. And then left leg over to the right, take it as far as you can, but keep your left shoulder down. And then come back up to vertical. Left leg over to the right again, reach to that big toe. Come back to center with your left leg high. One more time, left leg over to the right. Now take the twist as deep as you can and just hold here. Keep your left shoulder pressing down. And then bring it back up to center. And bring that left foot down to the floor. Now come back to Baddha Konasana. Soles, feet together, knees out wide. And we use this for a bridge variation from here. So once the soles of feet together, pull the heels in close and flatten your low back as much as you can. And then bring your arms to your sides, but bend the elbows. Forearms vertical. Make your hands into fists. Keep the fists clenched. Keep your elbows pressing down. And just look up toward the ceiling. Keep your hips open as we take this up and down. So with an inhale, press into your feet. Lift your hips. Squeeze your glutes. Exhale, roll your spine back down. Inhale, press your hips up high. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your hips up again. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, press your hips up high. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, roll this down. Inhale, press up high. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your hips up again. Exhale, roll down. And then inhale, press up one more time and hold. Now keep your glutes squeezing, keep lifting. Still pull the knees out wide. And just breathe here. Take an inhale. With the exhale, roll this back down. Now once you're down, just keep the arms at your sides like this. Hands are still curled to the fists. Set your feet down flat. Now feet about hips width distance. We'll take it back up again. We're going to stay lifted. So bring the heels in close so your low back starts basically flat. And then with an inhale, pressing your feet, lift your hips and stay lifted. Keep your glutes squeezing. Now as you hold this, keep your elbows pressed into the floor. Hold that lift. And then pull the right knee in toward your chest. Extend your right leg out to the right side. Open up your hips are still high. And then bring the right foot back down to the floor. Now pull your left knee to your chest. And then extend your left leg out to the left side, straight as you can. And set the left foot down. Hips are still lifted. Pull the right knee in again. Right leg out to the side. Try to open up even more. Come back to center with both feet down. Hips still high. Left knee to your chest. Extend your left leg out to the side. Take it as far as you can. And then set your left foot back down. One more round. Right knee to your chest. And extend your right leg out to the side. Hips are still lifted. Bring your right foot back down to the floor. Left knee to your chest. And extend your left leg out to the side. And then come back to center one more time. Both feet down. Squeeze your glutes. Press up higher still. And maybe take it further. Dig into your heels. Try to pull them toward your shoulders. Keep your hips lifting. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, come all the way down. Now once you're down, knees to chest, hands to knees. Squeeze everything in tight. And then as you squeeze and curl up, lift your head, lift your shoulders, bring your nose close to your knees. Now while you're lifted like this, go ahead and reach forward between the knees. Take hold of your big toes with each hand. And bring your legs back to Baddha Konasana. Soles feet together, knees out wide. And pull in tight. So draw the elbows in around your waist. Round your spine. Pick up your shoulders. Lift your tailbone up off the floor. Keep your spine rounded like this. Because we're going to roll back and forth. So when you're ready, bring your weight back toward the shoulders. And then toward the tailbone. Keep your chin toward your chest and keep moving back and forth. Now, ideally, you're going to roll back and forth like this about 5 times. And again, keep your spine rounded. And then once you're ready to bring this up to a seat, just go ahead, roll this forward, ideally keeping your feet up off the floor. And if the feet went down, just lean back and pick them up. Now pull the heels in close, keep the knees out wide and sit this up tall. Press your low back forward, shoulders down, keep your neck long. And then as you hold from here, just see about taking this a little bit further. So keep your torso upright. Knees are going to stay wide, but then start to lift your feet. Bring your shins toward parallel with the floor. Now, if you want to take it further still, keep this basic straddle and maybe extend the legs further, but still keep your spine up tall. Press your low back forward, keep your shoulders down. And then tense up right at the hinge of the hips. Tense up your thighs and in your low belly. Try to keep the legs as they are, however high you took this. And then very slowly, try to keep your legs in place. Just release your grip and just hold. Okay, now you're still in boat and you're still balancing. So from wherever you are, see if the shins are parallel to the floor. Bring your legs together, arms at your sides. You're still balancing here. Press your low back forward. We're going to go back and forth from this position to kneeling. So just take the first round slow. Right foot behind your left leg. Now roll forward, right shin down, left foot down. You can bring your hands to the floor, but then lift up to kneeling. Press your hips forward once you're all the way up. And then pull your belly in, round your spine, come down light. And bring your legs back together. Take it on the other side. Left foot behind your right leg. Now roll forward. Left shin down. Right foot down. You can press from your hands. But then lift up and press your hips forward. Pull back in. Round your spine. Come back to your seat. Legs together. Now if you're able, try to just reach forward and do this without using your hands. You can always put them down if you need to. Right foot behind your left leg. Roll forward. Lean forward. Lift hips forward. Pull back in. Round your spine. And back to boat with the legs together. Left foot behind the right leg. Roll forward. Lean forward. Lift up. Hips forward. Pull back in and round. Bring it back down. Right foot behind your left leg. Roll forward. Lean forward. Lift. Hips forward. Pull back in. Round your spine. Back to boat. Left foot behind the right leg. Roll forward. Lean forward. Lift. Hips forward. Pull back in and round. And bring your legs back together. Right foot behind your left leg. Roll forward. Lean forward. Lift. Hips forward. Pull back in, round your spine, legs together. Left foot behind the right leg, roll forward, lean forward, lift, hips forward. Pull back in, round your spine, back to boat. Right foot behind your left leg, roll forward, lean forward, lift, hips forward. Pull back in, round your spine, bring it back to boat. Left foot behind your right leg, roll forward, lean forward, lift, hips forward. Pull back in and round. Legs back together. One last round. Right foot behind your left leg. Roll forward. Lean forward. Lift. Hips forward. Pull back in. Take it down light. Legs together. Left foot behind your right leg. Roll forward. Lean forward. Lift. Hips forward. Pull back in. Round your spine. Bring it back to boat and just hold. And then once you're ready, take an inhale. With the exhale, cross at the ankles, come forward, your hands into all fours. And then once you're in all fours, just move around. Stretch your hands, stretch your fingers, let the shoulders and hips move side to side. Just feel things out. And let's take this into the wrists. So wrists, the shoulders and knees underneath the hips to set this up. Keep your palms down. And then rotate your fingertips out to the side and then in toward the knees as far as you can go, both sides. Set your hands flat, spread the fingers wide, dig your fingertips down to the floor, press your spine up toward the ceiling. Keep that lift and maybe just sway the shoulders side to side and keep gripping. This could be good enough. Now, if you're able to take this further, just come into center, keep your arms straight here to start. But step your right foot forward outside your right hand. And then work this with bent elbows. Bring your shoulders forward, pull the elbows underneath you, and then just start to move around, forward and back, side to side. Maybe feel an additional stretch on the right inner thigh, but work this into the wrists, into the forearms. Keep gripping your mat. And then press into your palms and bring your right knee down. Do it on the other side. Left foot forward outside your left hand. And then shoulders forward, pull the elbows underneath. And move around, forward, back, side to side. Keep gripping as you move. Maybe feel this on the left inner thigh. And then press into the palms and bring your left knee down. Now, come up onto the fingertips. And then bring the hands right in front of your knees. And let's take one more stretch. Now, flip your hands over. Backs of the hands down, palms up, the fingertips point toward you. Spread your fingers wide, press the fingertips down, and with the hands flat like this, press your spines up toward the ceiling. You can always take some of the weight to your legs. Now, this might be good enough. You can sway the shoulders side to side and just stay like that, and that might be plenty intense. But if you can take it further, come into center. And then just go forward and back. So shoulders forward, pull the elbows underneath you, and then press back up. And keep moving back and forth like this. As the elbows bend, squeeze them toward each other. You're only lowering toward halfway, probably not too far. Now, if you feel like you need more, you can always level this up, and this will take things quite a bit further, but if you're interested, you can do the same thing, but setting your knees on your palms. Be sure your hands stay tense with the fingertips pressing down. And then again, shoulders forward, elbows pull in, and just take it back and forth like that. And just work things as best you can. All right, the next time you straighten your arms, just keep them straight. If the knees are on your hands, go ahead and release that. And then everybody, come up onto the fingertips down to sitting on your heels. And take a moment, shake your hands out, loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. All right, once the hands are ready, come back to all fours, and we'll warm up the hips quite a bit more. So we're going to take this into a lopsided dolphin. So go ahead and bring the right forearm down to the floor, but stay on your left hand. So right elbow to the side, right hand moves into center, side forearm's diagonal. Slide your left hand back, stack the elbow above the wrist, and keep the elbow pulled into your side. Then just look down, tuck the toes of both feet, lift your knees and bring your hips up high. And then see about walking your feet further and get your hips up as high as you can. Now, it might be enough just to stay here. Just keep looking down, keep that left elbow pulled in. But if you can move with this, inhale the left leg up high. And then with the exhale, bring the left knee down, touch your left arm. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, knee to arm. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, knee to arm one more time. Now inhale, lift your left leg up, keep it lifted. And scorpion the pose. Bend your left knee, hang your left foot right. Try to stack your hips. With an inhale, reach that left leg up. And then bring the foot down to the floor. Bring your knees down. And come up to all fours. Take a couple breaths here. And then, of course, we got to do it on the other side. So when you're ready, bring your left forearm down. And stay on the right hand this time. Left elbow to the side. Left hand moves into center. Side forearm's diagonal. Slide the right hand back. Elbow stacks above the wrist. Keep that elbow pulled in. Now just look down. Tuck the toes of both feet. Lift your knees and bring your hips up high. Walk the feet in. Get the hips up as high as you can. And maybe just stay here with that right elbow pulled in. Now, if you can move with this, inhale the right leg high. And then with the exhale, bring the knee down and touch your right arm. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, knee to right arm. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, knee to arm. Now inhale, lift your right leg, keep it lifted, and if you can go further, scorpion the pose here. Bend the right knee, hang the right foot left, try to stack your hips. With an inhale, straighten that right leg. And then with the exhale, bring your foot down to the floor, bring your knees down. And come back up to all fours. Take a couple breaths here. Now, one more thing before we move on to get things really warmed up. So from all fours, wrist the shoulders, press your palms down, dig your fingertips down to the floor, and step the right foot forward outside your right hand. Now, with the right foot forward, tuck the toes of your left foot and lift your left knee. Now, see your arms are vertical. Dig your fingertips down, keep the shoulders over your wrist, maybe a little bit past. And then as you hold this, just step the right foot back to meet the left high plank. And then bring your left foot forward outside your left hand. Now step your left foot back to meet the right, plank again. Right foot outside the right hand. Now keep your shoulders at rest, keep your arms straight, move the hips straight up and down. Now we're going to go back and forth from here. So ideally we're going to hop. You can walk like we just did, but otherwise lift your hips high and we'll hop back and forth on 3. So on my count, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now press in your palms, lift your hips high as you can. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to take just a couple more rounds. Press in your palms, try to land your feet as silently as you can here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, and 3. All right, go ahead, come down to both knees. Back to hands and knees, just move around, breathe here. Now you can just stay here and breathe and take a break, and that's fine. Maybe take another stretch before you move on. But when you're ready, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips, and find your downward facing dog. Now once you move to down dog, just look at how you set this up. Hands about shoulder width distance apart. Press your palms flat so you can feel some weight toward the base of your thumbs. Sink your chest low to the floor, and as your chest sinks down, reach your hips up as high as you can toward the ceiling. Now keep that long upward reach. Use your core, pulling through the belly, around the lower ribs. Lengthen your spine to reach your hips as high as you can. And if your legs are tight, let the knees bend. You can always stay loose here and just pedal this out. Let your hips move side to side. When you're ready, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, step to the front, take a ragdoll fold. Now feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees, let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang, let your spine round, and let everything go long and loose here. Let the muscles of your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands all the way down. You can reach the opposite elbows if you like, and maybe shake side to side to loosen up even more. And then when you're ready, just release any grip that you have. Keep your knees bent to begin, but then restack your spine. Slowly round this up to standing. Bring your head up last, and then just open up your palms at your sides. Now when you're ready here, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands down to heart center. Now take a moment to breathe, set an intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, slowly fold this forward, hinge at the hips. Start with a straight spine, with a little bend in the knees. Keep your core engaged, move smoothly, and then just release this at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift it up halfway, fingertips to the floor to your shins, lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands to the mat and step it back to high plank. Now find your shape, wrist the shoulders, palms press to the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling, and just keep that lift. Take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as your elbows bend. Now keep your body in line, elbows pulled into your sides. Lower with control all the way down onto your belly. And then once you're down, flatten the feet up behind you. Now hands under the shoulders, elbows in at your sides. And we're going to take this up and down through low cobra. So with an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll this back down. Inhale, peel up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, peel up one more time and just stay lifted. Now keep the lift in the upper body. Press your feet down, squeeze your glutes. And then take somewhere all the weight out of your hands. Elbows at your sides, pull the shoulders back. And then lift this up a little bit higher. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll it back down. Now hands under the shoulders, elbows in at your sides. Press the palms down to the floor. And let's take it to upward facing dogs. With an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward. Let your hips hang, stay on the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active and work to lift your knees. Take it further. Kick your feet down. Squeeze your glutes and pull the hips forward to deepen and lengthen the arc all through the front. Lift with the arms, lift with your shoulders. Keep your neck long. Keep your chest pulling forward. Deep inhale. And then with the exhale, pull your belly in. Hips up high, back to down dog. Paddle out here. Let your hips move side to side. And we'll take it through the sun salutation. Steady movement. Take a deep inhale. Now with the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, step or float to the front. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to standing, reach the arms up high. And then with the exhale, fold all the way back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. And with the exhale, hands to the mat. Chaturanga's next, high plank to low. Now with an inhale, open up your chest, lift your gaze, up dog or cobra. Exhale, pull your belly in, hips out of down dog. 2 more rounds like that, take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to standing, reach us up high. And then with the exhale, bring it back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. And with the exhale, hands to the floor, high plank to lows next. With an inhale, open up, draw it forward. And then with the exhale, pull back in and bring your hips back up. 1 last round, take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift it halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to standing, reach up high. And then exhale all the way back down again. Inhale, halfway left. And with the exhale, set the hands, chaturanga. With an inhale, open up, pull this forward. And then with the exhale, draw it all in. And bring your hips back up. And just find your downward facing dog. Breathe here. Now from your down dog, inhale the right leg high behind you. And then bend your right knee, come into a scorpion dog, hang the right foot left. Work to stack your hips. With an inhale, straighten your right leg, 3-legged dog. And with the exhale, just bring that foot to the floor. Other side, inhale your left leg high. And then bend the left knee, hang the left foot right, scorpion, and this side, stack your hips. Now with an inhale, straighten this out, come into your 3-legged dog. And with the exhale, bring the left foot forward outside your left hand. Now once you're forward, press in your palms. Dig your fingertips down. Keep your shoulders raised, keep your arms vertical. Move the hips straight up and down. Now you can walk it back and forth, or we'll hop this on 3. So from here, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, and 3. Left foot forward, right foot back. Bring that left foot between your hands. That'll be your base. Bring the right knee to your chest, curl in. Take hold of the right knee, come up all the way to standing. And once you're up, just take a moment, slow your breathing down, dig that left big toe into your mat. Now when you're ready, hands to your hips. And let's work it as a standing twist. Now just keep the right hand on your hip, but your left hand, bring it to the outside of your right knee. Draw the right shoulder back, open up your chest to the right, look right. And this is good enough here. Just keep your spine tall and stay twisted. If you want to take it further, maybe reach your right arm back and look back. And if you want to take it further still, you can reach the left hand to the right foot and maybe extend that leg. But stay upright, stay twisted, however far you go with this. Now still balancing here. Take an inhale. With exhale, just turn to center. Hands to hips, right knee still lifted. Switch it out. Set the right foot down. Come to standing with your left knee high. Now once you're balanced here, bring your hands to your low back. Interlace your fingers, pull the palms together, draw your shoulders back, and keep your chest open. And we're going to take this into a warrior 3. Now put a little bend the right knee. Hinge the right hip, extend your left leg straight back. Now bring everything lifted into one long line. So maybe you're more upright, maybe come down toward parallel. Now lower the left hip, keep it level with the right. Shoulders pulled back, keep looking forward. And then work this with your standing leg. So bend to the right knee, sink down, belly toward your thigh, take it the way you can. Press into your right foot, lift back up, you're still balancing. Bend the right knee, sink down, belly toward your thigh. Press into the right foot, lift back up. One more time, bend the right knee, sink down, belly toward your thigh, stay low this time, keep looking forward. And now from here, we're going to take it to a high lunge. Just slowly bring the toes of the left foot down, and then bring your torso upright. Now take a moment to adjust. Deep bend in the right knee, left leg toward straight, left hip forward, right hip back so your hips are squared. Keep your shoulders pulled back, keep your chest open, just look forward. And let's work into the back leg. So dip your left knee down low just above the floor, take it slow. And then lift straight up. Left knee down for 2, don't go any faster than me. And then lift back up again. Left knee down for 3, keep your spine upright. and then lift back up. Left knee down for 4, and then lift straight up. Left knee down for 5, keep your shoulders pulled back. Lift back up again. Left knee down for 6, stay with me here. And then lift back up. Left knee down for 7, and then lift straight up again. Left knee down for 8, and then lift back up. Left knee down for 9. Bring it back up again. Now left knee down for 10, come all the way down. Once you're down, flatten the left foot behind you, and bring your hands to the floor inside the right leg. Now I change this into a lizard lunge setup from here. So right foot moves toward the upper right corner of the mat. See if the ankle's past the knee at least a little bit. Now curl the toes of the right foot up, keep them curled. Roll to the outside edge of the foot, and keep that knee to the side. Now press into your palms, tuck the toes of your left foot, lift your left knee. Sink your hips down, but pull your chest forward. And then just stay here. Now you can set the left knee down if you need to, but keep it lifted if you can. To take this further, push into your left hand, reach your right arm forward, follow that right hand with your gaze. So with an inhale, reach your right arm back and look back. Exhale, reaches forward. Inhale the right arm back again. Exhale, reaches forward. Inhale the right arm back. Exhale forward one more time. Inhale, reach your right arm back, hold here. Now take a half bind, bring the right arm behind you, palm face away, draw that shoulder further back. Keep looking toward the back of the mat. Go ahead, bring your left knee down, flatten the left foot behind. Keep that left hip pressing down and pulling forward. Stay long through the front of the left side of your body. And just breathe here. Right knee stays to the side. Now, if you can take it further without backing up your hips, maybe bend the left knee and pull that heel toward your seat. Now, there's no grip because your right arm's still bound. Just take things to where you can and keep breathing here. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, turn back to center. Both hands down inside the right foot. Now slide the right foot back behind your hand. Step the left foot forward next to the right. And from this forward fold, just take it right in a crow. So press your palms into the floor. Dig your fingertips down. Heels up, knees to touch your arms. Now look forward, lean forward. Just go slow, hips high. And lift your feet up together. Toes to touch, pull the heels up close. Now go ahead, set your feet down. Let's take flying lizard. So right leg around your right arm. Right foot between your hands from the front. Left knee touches the left arm from behind. Lift your right foot and squeeze that arm. And then if you're going to balance it, look forward and lean. Lift the left foot up and maybe stay here. Now if you want to go further, keep the right leg squeezing. Maybe extend that left leg back, but keep your left elbow pulled in. Just take things to where you can go. And then when you're ready, go ahead, step it back, fly it back, move through your vinyasa. Once you find your down dog, move around, breathe. And then we'll take the other side. When you're ready with an inhale, raise your left leg high. Bend your left knee, hang your left foot right, scorpion on this side. With an inhale, straighten your left leg through like a dog. And with the exhale, just bring the foot down to the floor. Other side, inhale the right leg high. Bend your right knee, hang your right foot left, scorpion dog. Work to stack your hips. With an inhale, straighten your right leg through like a dog. And with the exhale, step the right foot forward outside the right hand. Now again, shoulders rest. Press in your palms, dig your fingertips down. Hips straight up and down. You can walk it or hop it on 3. So from here, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, and 3. Right foot forward, left foot back. Bring that right foot between your hands. That'll be the base. Pull the left knee to your chest, curling. Take hold of your left knee, come up all the way. Now slow your breathing down. Dig the right big toe down into your mat. Once you're stable, left hand to your hip, right hand to the outside of the left knee. Take the standing twist. Pull the left shoulder back, open up your chest to the left side. Good enough here, stay tall, stay twisted. If you want to go further, maybe reach your left arm back and look back. Maybe go further. You can reach the right hand to the outside of your left foot and extend your left leg. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, just turn back to center. Left knee lifted, hands to your hips. Switch it out. Left foot's the base. Come to standing with the right knee high. Now, once you're stable on this foot, bring the hands to the low back again. Interlace the fingers. Find the interlace that feels strange, opposite of what you just had. Palms to touch. Draw the shoulders back, open up your chest. And then let's go ahead and take it toward that warrior three. So bend your left knee, hinge your left hip. Right leg straight back. Bring everything lifted into one long line. Maybe more upright. Maybe down toward parallel. Lower the right hip so your hips are squared. Now keep your gaze forward, shoulders pulled back, work your standing leg. Bend the left knee, belly down toward your thigh, come down low. Press into the left foot, lift back up. Bend the left knee, sink down best you can. Press into your left foot and lift. One more time, bend the left knee, sink down low. Now stay low here. And then slowly take this to a high lunge. Bring the toes of the right foot down. Bring yourself upright. Now take a moment to set it up. Deep bend the left knee, this time right leg towards straight. Right hip forward, left hip back. Go ahead, lengthen or widen the stance if you need to. Keep your shoulders pulled back, keep your torso upright. Work your back leg. Dip the right knee low just above the floor. And then lift straight up, keep it slow. Right knee down for 2. And then lift straight up. Right knee down for 3. Come back up again. Right knee down for 4. Lift back up, keep your shoulders pulled back. Right knee down for 5. Lift back up, take it slow. Right knee down for 6. And then lift straight up. Right knee down for 7. Come back up again. Right knee down for 8. And then lift straight up. Right knee down for 9. Lift back up. Right knee down for 10. Now come down all the way, set the knee flat, the right foot behind you. And then both hands down inside your left leg. And work toward that lizard lunge stance here. So left foot toward the upper left corner. Ankle past the knee, curl the toes up, keep them curled, roll to the outside edge, and keep that left knee out to the side. Now press into both hands, tuck the toes of the right foot, lift your right knee. Sink your hips down, pull your chest forward, and stay low like this. Lengthen out the front of the right side. You can set the right knee down, but keep it lifted if you can. Now reach that left arm forward, follow that hand with your gaze, and then back and forth. Inhale the left arm back and look back. Exhale, reaches forward. Inhale the left arm back again. Exhale, reaches forward. Inhale the left arm back. Exhale forward one more time. Inhale your left arm back, keep looking back. Take your half bind, left arm behind you, palm face away, draw that shoulder back. Go ahead, set the right knee down, right foot flat behind as well. Now sink the right hip down, pull it forward toward the front of the mat, lengthen out the front of the right side. Left knee still moving past the edge of the mat. And then if you want to take it further without backing up your hips, you can bend your right knee, pull the heel toward your seat. Again, there's no grip here. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, turn back to center. Both hands down inside that left foot. Now slide the left foot back behind your hands. Bring the right foot forward next to the left. And from your forward fold, let's take it right to curl. So press into your palms, dig your fingertips down, heels up. Knees touch the arms. Look forward, lean, go slow. Lift your feet together, toes to touch. Bring the heels up close. And then go ahead, set your feet down. Now flying lizard, left leg around your left arm. Left foot between the hands from the front. Right knee goes to the right arm from behind. Lift your left foot, squeeze that arm. And then see about leaning forward to lift the right foot if you're going to balance this here. Now if you want to take it even further, maybe extend your right leg straight back, but keep your elbows pulled in. And then when it's ready, take it through another vinyasa. Once you come into your down dog, paddle out and breathe. Now let's take it into the next sequence. So from your downward facing dog, inhale the right leg high. Bend your right knee, hang the right foot left, move to that scorpion dog, hips stacked. With an inhale, straighten the right leg, three-legged dog. And with the exhale, bring the foot down to the floor. Inhale your left leg high. Now bend your left knee, hang your left foot right, stack your hips, scorpion dog on this side. Inhale, straighten that left leg, three-legged dog. And with the exhale, step the left foot forward outside your left hand. Now again, press in your palms, fingertips digging down, move the hips straight up and down. On 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, and 3. Left foot forward, right foot back. Bring the left foot between your hands. And right knee to your chest. Curl this in. Take hold of your right knee. Roll up all the way. Now dig your left big toe down. Once you got your balance, hands to your hips. Take a figure 4. Right ankle crosses over your left thigh. Now curl the toes of the right foot. Keep the knee to the side. Start to sink into the stance and just hold. And then reach the arms out wide, take an eagle bind. Right arm under, left arm over. Cross at the elbows, palms to touch thumbs with your face. Now if you can't get the palms together, do what works and you can reach across to opposite shoulders. Keep the arms squeezing either way and sink low into the stance. Now if you can take it further, lift your elbows, maybe lift your gaze and just breathe here. Keep your balance. Now with an inhale, straighten your left leg, lift your right knee. With the exhale, just set the right foot down and come to standing with your left knee high. Now the arms are still bound, just keep looking forward. Once you're balanced, move into your warrior 3. Keep a little bend in the right knee, hinge from the right hip. Extend your left leg back, bring everything lifted into line. Again, maybe upright, maybe down toward parallel, lower that left hip. Now keep your arms squeezing, keep your gaze forward. Work the standing leg, bend your right knee, sink down, belly toward your thigh. Press into your right foot, lift back up. Bend the right knee, belly toward your thigh, sink down. Press into the right foot and lift. Again, bend the right knee, belly toward your thigh, come down low and hold here. And now this time we'll take a pyramid stance. So bring the left foot down close, hands to your hips, bring yourself upright. And adjust the stance. Now it's a short stance, about 3 feet front to back, hips width distance side to side, so your hips are still squared. Both legs straight, both feet flat. Left foot points to the side a little bit. Make sure the right hip pulls back, left hip pulls forward, stay squared to the front. Now just keep your hands on your hips, pull your shoulders back, keep your chest open. We're going to work the stretch on the back of the right thigh, so take an inhale here. With the exhale, lead with the chest, hinge from your hips, come down toward halfway, keep your gaze forward. Inhale, bring this up all the way. Exhale, hinge forward just toward halfway down. Feel that stretch on the back of the right thigh. Inhale, bring this all the way up. Exhale, hinge forward one more time. Lead with your chest. Come down toward halfway and hold. Now try to hold the arch in your spine. Keep your core braced. Right hip back, left hip forward. Now go ahead, bend the right knee as much as you need to, but bring your belly down to touch your right thigh. Hips are still squared. Now go bring your fingertips down to the floor. Where you set the hands up exactly depends on you. Maybe they're forward past the right foot, or maybe they're behind and pointing toward the back of the mat. Just take this to where you can. Now try to hold and arch in your low back as much as you can. Keep your core braced. And as your belly touches your right thigh, if you want to take this deeper, maybe start to straighten that right leg, but don't lose the contact. Left hip still pulling forward. Now if you want to take it further still, you can bend the left knee, lift your left heel up off the floor. That's more weight on the right leg. Maybe even curl the toes of the right foot up off the floor. Just take things to where you can. Depends on where you're tight and where you're loose. Lots of options here. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bring both hands down inside the right leg. Bend both knees, keep your hips high, stay folded. And then turn to the left. Now as you press into your palms, bring the right knee down to the floor. We're going to take a kneeling warrior 2 setup. So everything's open toward the left side of the mat, right shin parallel to the short edge. Bring yourself upright, so everything's vertical from the right knee up. Now your left foot's down. Keep that left heel more or less in line with the right knee. You can walk that left foot further out as long as it stays flat. And keep your hips pressing out toward the side. Now bring your hands to heart center, interlace your fingers. Face the palms away from you, keep the elbows out wide. And then palms up toward the ceiling, hands overhead, elbows are still bent. And use this to pull your shoulders back and keep your chest open. Now I want to take this back and forth. So with the inhale, just reverse. Lean over to the right, gaze up high. With the exhale, extend to your left side and keep looking up toward the ceiling. Inhale, reverse this. Exhale, extend, keep your chest open. Inhale, reverse. And then exhale, extend. Now inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend one more time. With your next inhale, reverse. So lean over to the right, gaze up high, left elbow pointing toward the ceiling, keep your shoulders pulled back, and maybe just stay here. Now, if you can take it further, you can press to your palms, maybe extend your arms a little bit more. And if you can take it deeper, bend your left knee, sink low into the left hip, even as you're leaning right. Keep your right foot pressing to the floor and keep your hips pressing toward the side of the mat. Just breathe here. It's not supposed to be comfortable. I know there's a lot going on in the stance. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release. Bring both hands down to the floor. Now pressing your palms, you're already on your left foot. Come up onto the right foot as well. And you're going to stay folded and arrange this into a horse stance. So heels in, toes out. The knees are bent, hips are down low. Now keep the knees set wide like this and bring your thighs toward parallel with the floor. Once you've found your stance, walk your hands up onto your thighs with the fingers curled in towards center. And just bring your spine up tall. We're going to go back and forth from here to twisting. So take an inhale. With the exhale, twist left. Bring your right shoulder down. Keep your knees wide. Inhale up to center. And then with the exhale, twist over to the right. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, twist left again. Inhale up to center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist left one more time. Now just hold this twist, left shoulder high. Bring the right hand down inside the right foot. Now, left hand's on your left thigh still. Keep the knees set wide, keep your hips down low, and just hold the twist in your horse stance. And this might be enough. Now, if you're able to take it further, you can bring the right arm underneath the right thigh. Right hand plants to the outside edge of the right foot. And maybe lean into that right arm a little bit more. Now, if you want to take it further, maybe lift the right heel. You can lift the foot completely with the leg hooked around your arm. Your knees are still wide and your hips are still low. If you want to go even further, you can straighten that right leg as it presses into your right arm. Just take things to where you can here. Lots of options to work with. All right, from wherever you are, take an inhale. And with the exhale, set both feet flat. Bring your hands to the floor, hips high. Just shake your legs out for a moment. And as you fold it, when you're ready, make a quarter turn to your right side. Bring your hands to the front of the mat. Step the left foot forward next to the right. And let's take it right into crow. So plant your palms, hands are shoulder width. Dig your fingertips down, heels up. Knees to touch your arms. Look forward, lean, take it slow, but lift your feet together, toes to touch, bring the heels up close. And then go set your feet down. Now flying lizard, right leg around your right arm. Right foot between your hands from the front. Left knee touches your left arm from behind. Now lift your right foot and squeeze that right arm. If you're going to bounce, lean forward, lift your left foot up as well. And then if you want to take it further, maybe extend the left leg back, but keep that elbow pulled into your side. When you're ready, take it through another vinyasa. Once you find your down dog, move around and breathe here. All right, let's even all that out on the other side. With your next inhale, raise your left leg high. Now bend your left knee, hang the left foot right, scorpion on this side, stack your hips. Inhale, straighten your left leg through like a dog. And with the exhale, bring that foot down to the floor. Now inhale your right leg high. Bend your right knee, hang your right foot left, scorpion on this side, stack the hips. Inhale, straighten this out through like a dog. And then with the exhale, step it forward, right foot outside the right hand. Now press into your palms, shoulders, wrists, move your hips straight up and down. And then from here, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, and 3. Left foot forward, right foot back, bring that right foot between your hands. Right foot's your base, left knee to your chest, curl in. Take hold of the knee, come up all the way. Slow your breathing down, hands to your hips when you're ready. Move into your figure four. Left ankle crosses the right thigh this time. Curl the toes, left foot, bend the right knee, sink down, keep that left knee out to the side. And then reach the arms out wide, take your eagle bind. Left arm under, this time right arm over. Cross the nipples, palms to touch, thumbs with your face, or reach to opposite shoulders with the arms squeezing. Now shoulders down, elbows up, maybe look up and just breathe. Now bring your gaze forward, press into the right foot, come to standing with your left knee high. Switch it out, left foot to the floor, right knee lifted. Now press your left big toe down. When you're ready, move toward that warrior three. Bend the left knee. Hinge from left hip, extend your right leg straight back. Everything lifted comes into line. And maybe more upright, maybe toward parallel with the floor. Take this where you can hold. Lower the right hip to keep your hip squared. Keep looking forward. Now work the stance with that left leg. Bend your left knee, bring your belly down toward your thigh. Press into your left foot, lift back up. Bend the left knee, belly down toward your thigh. Press into the left foot and lift. Bend the left knee, belly toward your thigh, come down low and hold here. And we'll take it to a pyramid stance. So bring the right foot down close. Bring your torso upright, hands to your hips. And take a moment just to arrange your stance. So again, short stance, 3 feet front to back, still hips width distance side to side, so your hips are squared. Both legs straight, both feet flat, right foot points aside a little bit. Right hip forward, left hip back. Now keep your hands in your hips, draw the shoulders back, keep your chest open. And work the back of the left thigh. Take that halfway fold. Take an inhale. With the exhale, lead with your chest. Hinge from the hips. Come down toward halfway. Keep looking forward. Inhale, bring it up all the way. Exhale, hinge forward just toward halfway down. Inhale, bring this all the way up. Exhale, hinge forward toward halfway and hold. Now keep your gaze forward. Left hip back, right hip forward. Keep breathing. And then take it deeper. Now bend the left knee as much as you need to. Belly to your left thigh. Try to hold the arch in your spine as much as you can. And then go ahead, bring your fingertips to the floor. Now maybe the hands are further forward past your left foot. Maybe they point toward the back of the mat. Just take this to where you can. Find that stretch in the back of the left thigh. Now keep your belly touching your thigh. If you can go deeper, maybe straighten your left leg without losing that contact. You can lift the toes of your left foot up off the floor. And if you're going to go further, you can lift the right heel, bend the right knee, and focus even more weight on that left leg. Find the stretch on the back of the left thigh, however far you need to go, and just breathe here. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend into both knees, bring the hands down inside your left leg. And then go ahead, press in your palms, bring the left knee all the way down. As you turn to the right side of the mat, go ahead, bring yourself into that kneeling warrior 2 position. So the left shin is parallel to the short edge. And everything's vertical from the left knee up. Step the right foot to the side and keep the right heel in line with the left knee more or less. Now, as long as the right foot stays flat, you can walk it out as far as you like. Just keep both feet planted, both feet pressing down. Now, when you're ready, from your hands to heart center, interlace the fingers, face the palms away from you, keep your elbows wide. Palms toward the ceiling, elbows wide with your shoulders pulled back, keep your chest open. Now press into both feet, and then with an inhale, reverses, lean left, gaze up high, keep your shoulders pulled back. Now extend to the right side, left elbow high, keep looking toward the ceiling. Inhale, reverses, keep looking up. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse, and then exhale, extend. Now inhale, reverses. Exhale, extend one more time. With your next inhale, extend and hold here. Right elbow high, you're still leaning left, still looking up. Now, if you want to go further, you can press out through the palms and extend the arms a little bit more. And if you want to sink deeper, bend the right knee, sink into that right hip, but keep both feet pressing down and keep your hips pressing toward the side of the mat. Keep breathing. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release. Bring both hands down to the floor. So go ahead, press in your palms. Come up onto the left foot as well as the right. And keep your forward fold at the side right here. Arrange your legs for your horse stance. Heels in, toes out. Bend the knees. Bring the thighs toward parallel with the floor. Keep your hips low. And once your legs in position, walk the hands up onto your thighs. Fingers curled in towards center. And we'll go back and forth from here, twisting. So take an inhale. With the exhale, twist right. Bring your left shoulder down. Inhale up to center. Exhale, twist this left. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, up to center. Exhale, twist left again. Inhale, up to center. Exhale, twist right one more time. Now hold here. Keep the right shoulder high and set the left hand down inside the left foot. Now keep your horse stance. Hips are low, the knees are still wide. And this might be enough. Now, if you can go further, bring the left arm underneath your left leg. Left hand to the outside edge of your left foot. And this is plenty. If you can take it further still, maybe lift your left heel. And maybe lift that left foot up completely. The knees are still wide and your hips are still low. If you want to take it even further, you can straighten that left leg as it presses into your left arm. Keep the right shoulder high and keep breathing. All right, take an inhale. Now with the exhale, both feet down, both hands down, hips high, stay loose. And then from your forward fold, make a quarter turn to the left. Bring your hands forward. Step the right foot next to the left. And let's take it right into crow. Palms down, grip the floor, heels up, knees to touch the arms. Look forward and lean. Take it slow, but lift your feet together. Toes to touch. Bring the heels up as well. And then set your feet down. Take flying lizard. Left leg around your left arm. Left foot between your hands from the front. Right knee touches your right arm from behind. Lift your left foot and squeeze that arm. Look forward, lean forward, lift your right foot up as well. Maybe just stay here. Now, if you want to take it further, you can extend that right leg back. Just keep that right elbow pulled in. Take it the way you can. And then when you're ready, take it through one more vinyasa. Now from your down dog, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees and bring yourself down to all fours. And then once your knees are down, bring your legs out from underneath you and come to a seat. Now, this is where we're going to take it toward 8 angles. So there's going to be a few more stretches leading up into this. And keep in mind, there's no reason you have to make it into the full pose. So just find the stretch in the hips and the hamstrings, and you could stop at any point in the progression here. So go ahead and bring yourself into position, left leg extended and right knee fully bent. Now bring both hands to the right knee, and then squeeze the right thigh into the side of your ribs. Now just sit up tall, squeeze that leg in, just move side to side for a moment here. And then I want you to keep the right foot close, set it down flat in front of you, and make sure there's about 1 foot's width between the right foot and the left inner thigh. Now left hand sets behind, inhale the right arm up. And then with the exhale, fold forward, reach forward inside the right leg. Press your right arm into your right leg, bring the hand to the floor to brace this fold and keep your chest forward. Now, if your hamstrings are tight, you're going to have to bend your left knee, but whatever you need to do, bring your belly down to touch your left thigh. Might be a deep end of that knee, and that's fine. This is plenty. Keep the right thigh pulling into your side. If you're going to straighten the left leg, see that you can actually keep your belly in contact. Now, if you want to take the bind, you can wrap the right arm around the right leg. Left arm comes around from the other side, and use that grip to keep the right thigh pulling in, but keep your fold. All right, now take an inhale here. And with the exhale, just release any bind you have. Bring yourself upright. And keep your right knee bent. Now cradle the leg. Bring the right arm around the right knee. Left hand to the outside edge of the right foot. Now sit up tall. And bring the shin to parallel with the floor. Keep the toes of the right foot curled and keep the foot tense. Just move side to side, and you're trying to bring any stretch in the outer right hip. Now, if you're able to bring that shin in close enough, you can wrap that left arm completely around the right foot. And this is an upright seated pigeon. It's enough just to stay here. Now, if you want to take this further, you can take a more aggressive stretch, and this will lead us to compass. So if you're interested, left hand to the outside edge of the right foot, right arm inside the right leg. Use both hands and work that leg up your arm, and you're trying to get the knee behind the shoulder, get as close as you can. Now, once the leg's not going any higher, press your right arm into the right leg, set the right hand down at your side, and maybe just stay here with the leg hooked. That could be plenty. If you're going to go further, go slow. As you extend your right leg, open up your chest and bring your gaze to your left. And just breathe with this here. All right, now if you extended that right leg at all, put the bend back into the knee. And try to keep that leg high in your arm. If it's slid down, use both hands, work it back up so the knee's close to the shoulder. Now this is where we take it to the arm balance. So press your right arm into your right leg. Lean forward, fold forward onto your right hand. That'll keep the leg hooked. Left hand comes down about halfway down your left thigh. Now try to keep the fold with your chest facing down. Push it to the floor. Lift your butt up off the mat. And then you want to hook the right foot onto your left leg. This puts you into elephant trunk. And you can balance like this. Now, if you're going to take 8 angles, it's a few more steps. So for that, bring the ankles together. Inner thigh squeeze around the right upper arm. And then shoulders forward, elbows bend back like chaturanga as your legs go out to the right. So you're trying to hover up off the floor with chaturanga arms. Go ahead, set yourself down when you're ready. And keep in mind, that pose is a pretty tall order. Don't worry about whether you get there all the way. Now to take the other side, bring yourself to a seat with the right leg extended, left knee fully bent. Wrap your arms around your left leg, squeeze the thigh into the side of your ribs, and just move side to side for a moment. And let's take that forward fold. Set your left foot down, keep it close. 1 foot's distance between the left foot and the right thigh. Right hand behind you, inhale your left arm high. And with the exhale, fold forward and reach forward inside your left leg. Now press your left arm into your left leg. Left hand to the floor to keep the fold braced. And now bend the right knee as much as you need to, but bring your belly down to touch the right thigh. So it might be a deep bend in that right knee, and that's fine. If you want to straighten the right leg, you got to keep the contact. And then if you want to bind your left leg, keep that thigh pulled in. You can wrap the left arm around, reach back with the right hand to complete the grip, and just take this as far as you're able here. There's a lot going on in this fold. All right, now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just slowly bring yourself back upright. Now the left knee's still bent. Wrap your left arm around the left knee, your right hand to the outside edge of your left foot. Now curl the toes of the left foot, keep them curled, bring the shin to parallel with the floor, sit up tall, and just move side to side. Now again, you're trying to bring any stretch into the outer left hip. And if you can take it deeper, bring the shin closer. You can wrap your right arm completely around the left foot. But this is just an upright seated pigeon. And if this is enough, just stay with the stretch. Now, if you want to take the more aggressive stretch and move toward compass, it's going to be right hand to the outside edge of the left foot. Left arm inside your left leg. Use both hands. Work the leg up your arm. And again, you're trying to get the knee behind the shoulder. Just get as close as you're going to go. Now, press your left arm into your left leg. Left hand sets at your side. And then maybe stay here with the leg hooked. That's plenty. If you're going to go further, take it slow. And as you extend your left leg, bring your gaze to the right and open up your chest to the right. Just take things to where you can go. All right, now if you extended that leg at all, put the bend back into the left knee. Try to keep it high on your arm. If the knee slid down, see about working back up toward the shoulder. And this is where we take the arm balance. So press your left arm into your left leg. Fold forward onto your left hand, and that'll keep the leg hooked. Now keep the fold. Right hand comes down about halfway down your thigh. And then as your chest faces down, push into the floor, lift your butt up off the mat. And then see about hooking the left foot under the right leg. And this is elephant trunk. You can stay with this. If you want 8 angle, ankles together, inner thighs around the left upper arm this time. Shoulders forward, elbows back. As your legs go left, keep the elbows pulled in again. You're trying to hover up off the floor with chaturanga arms. And go ahead and set yourself down when you're ready. Now, you can always work on that further, but if you're ready to move on, bring yourself down onto your back. And then once you're down, pull your knees to your chest and just squeeze things in tight for a moment. Press your spine down flat. Now go ahead, bring your feet to the floor and take one long round of back bending here. I'm going to start the cue with bridge and lead into wheel. You can always stay in bridge, and if you want to take wheel at the beginning, feel free. But to set it up, feet and knees about hips width distance apart. Bring your heels in close to you. Start with your low back basically flat. Arms at your sides, palms down. Keep your gaze high. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, press in your feet, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes, and hold that lift, hold the tension, and keep your hips pressing toward the ceiling. That's enough. If you're going to take your bridge deeper, bring your hands underneath your hips. You can interlace the fingers, pull the palms toward each other. Maybe work your shoulders further behind your back. Keep the hips pressing high. And if you're able to reach, you can go further by taking hold of your ankles and using that grip to lift up even more. Now, if you're going to take it from bridge to wheel, just keep the hips lifted and release your hands. So the hands come down around your head. When you're ready, press into your palms. You can lift the top of your head first, but then when you're ready, straighten your arms. So hips toward the ceiling, chest toward the back of the mat. Keep your glutes squeezing. Now, for either pose, if you feel it too much on the low back, you can always lift your heels up off the floor. But hold that tension in your glutes along the length of your spine and across the mid to upper back so your shoulder blades pull toward each other and you can open up your chest. Just keep your breathing smooth here. And then take an inhale. With the exhale, bring everything back down to the mat. Now once you're down, draw the knees in close and just squeeze in. Let's go ahead and take a supine twist. Release your left leg extended out fully. Left hand to the right knee, right arm to your side. Now once you're ready, tuck your left hip underneath you, draw the right knee across your body. Keep both shoulders down and look over to the right. Now find the stretch in the outer right hip toward your low back. If you need more, you can press down with the left hand. If you want to take it further, you can extend the right leg out to the side. And if you want the second bind, you can bend your left knee, reach down with the right hand. If you do find that grip, kick into your hand. And wherever you take this to, keep both shoulders grounded, however far you take the twist. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Come back to center. Draw both knees in. And let's go ahead and switch sides. So this time, extend your right leg straight. Right hand to your left knee, left arm to the side. Now go ahead and draw your left knee across your body. Tuck your right hip underneath. Both shoulders down. Look over to the left. Now find the stretch out of the left hip toward your low back on this side. If you need more, you can press down with the right hand. Maybe extend your left leg. If you want the second bind, you can bend the right knee, reach with your left hand. If you do find that grip, kick into your hand. And again, whatever version of the twist you're in, keep your shoulders grounded. Keep that left shoulder pressing down toward the floor. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Bring everything back into center. Draw both knees in. And let's take it to happy baby. Reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Now stack your ankles above your knees. Draw down on both sides. So try to pull the knees toward the floor. Press your feet up into your hands at the same time. And use that tension to help flatten out your spine. Now if you want to take it further, you can rock this a little bit side to side. Further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, from wherever you are, take a deep inhale here. Draw down as much as you can. And with your exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here and let your body settle down into the mat. And then just start to move bit by bit here, fingers and toes, arms and legs. Now take a deep inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And then draw everything back in, run the elbows toward your chest. Pull your knees up as well. And just find your way up to a comfortable seat. Ground yourself into the mat here, stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. And then take a deep inhale here, hold on to it at the top. And just let everything go. Thank you for joining class. Namaste.